Akara M3, Samsung SmartThings, Google Nest, Apple HomePod Mini, Raspberry Pi running Home Assistant, Switchboard Hub V2. These are just some of the hubs I use to manage my smart home. Managing multiple smart home hubs is just a mess. Each one has its own thing going on, and getting them to work together is not so easy. But what if I told you one hub could do it all? Meet the Homey Pro. This little hub claims it can replace all of these devices. It's got Z-Wave, Zigbee radios, so technically I wouldn't need my Samsung SmartThings hub anymore. It also has infrared and Bluetooth, which means my Switchboard Hub 2 and even my Akara M3 hub can go. It supports Thread and Matter, so it could replace my HomePod Mini and my Nest hub. And it also has local control automation and crazy flexibility, so in theory, I wouldn't even need Home Assistant. But here's the catch. At a price of $399 US, the Homey Pro is more expensive than all these other hubs. Can it actually replace them beyond just the hardware? Let's find out. Out of the box, the first thing you will notice is there is no Ethernet port. If you want wired connectivity, you'll have to buy a $39 USB-C to Ethernet adapter. Now, when you compare that to the Akara M3, which is roughly around $130, that's a little bit of a letdown. Not only does the M3 come with an Ethernet port, but it also supports power over Ethernet, which means it can be powered directly from the network. However, to get the Ethernet to work, the Ethernet adapter has to be plugged into the power adapter, not the hub itself. It's an odd design choice, but that's the only way to get it to work.
One of the benefits of Wi-Fi, of course, is I can set up this unit right here in my dining room without needing to plug it to an Ethernet port. So we're gonna do that right away and see what happens. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. It actually has an LED ring on the base of the hub itself. I wonder if this plays any role in terms of the functionality or if it's just purely an aesthetic feature. Homey supports 8 different protocols. It supports Matter, Zigbee, Z-Wave, Thread, 433, Bluetooth, infrared, and LAN. That's pretty much all the smart home protocols you will need in your home.
But hardware is just one part of this story. Let's talk about the actual user experience. Homey software reminds me of Home Assistant and SmartThings. You can manage it from the Homey app on iOS or Android or through a web browser. Personally, I prefer using the browser for the initial setup. It just makes things easier. One thing I really love is the way Homey organizes rooms. Instead of just throwing everything into one big list, you can now nest rooms inside of rooms. So, for example, I can put my bathroom and closet inside of my bedroom, or I can group my deck, yard, and driveway into one outdoor zones. It's such a small detail, but it does make navigating my smart home so much easier. Setting up Homey for the first time was kind of underwhelming. With Home Assistant, it automatically discovers everything from Chromecast devices to AirPlay speakers and network devices. But with Homey, you have to manually set up almost all of these things individually. The good news though is, Homey supports over 750 apps and works with brands like Hue, Sonos, Nanoleaf, and so much more. That's a huge plus. Now, one thing to note is Homey can't directly connect devices to other platforms over Matter like the Akara M3 does. But thanks to MQTT, I was able to connect my Homey devices directly to Home Assistant. I also added some of my Smart Life devices using the 2years cloud integration, but not everything like my air purifier showed up. Thankfully though, the Home Assistant community app add-on on Homey lets me pull this device directly from Home Assistant into Homey. Camera integration was where I was really disappointed. Even with the Unify Protect and Unviv support, I couldn't view live footages, just snapshots. That's a huge downside considering that live security feed is an important part of my smart home setup. Although I wasn't able to see the live footages, the sensors and some setting options showed up on the app. So I was able to use my camera's motion sensor to trigger automations, like turning on my outdoor lights when someone walks onto my driveway. If you already have a Thread network with Apple or Google, adding a new Thread device to Homey creates a completely new separate Thread network, instead of just joining the existing one in your house. Why, you might ask? Now that's because the Homey Pro uses the same radio for its Zigbee and Thread channels. Now this can essentially lead to conflict if it tries to join your existing Thread network because again, it uses the same radio for both the Zigbee and the Thread. The consequence of this is multiple threads network isolates devices, which goes against my perfect smart home. The current M3 doesn't have this problem. It just joins my existing Thread network with no problems. For example, when I add a Nanoleaf Essential light strip using my Apple Home app, it just joins the existing Thread network. But if I had added it first using Homey, it would add it to the completely new separate Thread network that Homey created, meaning that devices won't show up in Apple or Google if I try to share them using Matter. The best way I have found to avoid this issue is to add any new Thread devices to your main Thread border router first, like your Apple HomePod or your Nest Hub. Then you can share that device using Matter into Homey. Homey supports infrared, but here's the catch. You can't learn new commands. So I couldn't teach it to turn on my fireplace or turn it off. It only works with its set of preloaded database of devices. So if you have a device that doesn't fit into this database, you're kind of out of luck. Another thing is infrared doesn't go through walls. So the hub has to be in the same room as the infrared device. If you need more coverage, Homey sells the Homey Bridge for an additional $100, which ends up extending all of the radios on the Homey Pro. Automation is one of the most important part of my smart home, and Homey can do that too. Homey calls automations flow. You can set them up and trigger them using Google, Amazon, or even Apple Home. Although Apple's integration is still in beta and has to be enabled in the app. If you don't want to use the basic flows and want even more power, you can enable advanced flows, which enables something called Homey Script that allows you to use JavaScript to write your own automation. The dashboard is also really powerful. You can add widgets, customize layouts, and even track sensor data like temperature and energy usage. Homey's energy dashboard can estimate power usage based on manual input, which is great for devices that don't have built-in energy monitors. But it wasn't able to track real-time usage from my Eve energy sensors, making it less useful for precise energy tracking. Another great feature of Homey is user management. I can assign different permission levels to different users, restricting or allowing control over specific devices. This is useful for guests and if you want them to have control to only certain devices. Homey Pro is an incredibly feature-packed smart home hub, but can it truly replace all of my existing smart home hubs? While it boasts Z-Wave, Zigbee, Thread, Matter, Bluetooth, infrared, and even 433 radio frequency, there are limitations. It lacks proper infrared learning, struggles with Thread network integration, and doesn't support all of my devices like my Flow smart water management system, my Whirlpool for my kitchen appliance, or even my Connected for my garage door opener. I found that Homey crashes a lot, and for so many different reasons. I haven't quite figured out what's causing these random failures, but they happen unexpectedly. Even during the initial setup and software upgrade, the hub just crashed. Though simply unplugging and plugging it back in seemed to fix the problem. That said, Homey is a very powerful platform, and with enough time and motivation, I'm sure there are solutions within the community for many of the challenges I've faced. You can even submit requests for new app integration and track their status, along with those submitted by other users. Plus, there's a large and active community of users and developers working to improve the ecosystem. For me, it cannot fully replace Home Assistant, Switchboard Hub, or my Aqara M3. However, it could replace my Samsung SmartThings Hub if I'm willing to migrate all my Zigbee and Z-Wave devices directly onto the Homey Pro. Homey is an excellent option for newcomers or those looking for a unified smart home hub with strong local control and automation. However, for advanced users like me with deeply integrated setups, it's not quite the one-hub solution yet. Are you looking to beef up your smart home? Let me know what you think about the Homey Hub down in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.